on. Maybe everybody can come back in here. Let's see, I'm trying to get Shannon in the room. Daniel had some type of something happen power wise on his end. Oh, I hear Shannon coming in the room. There she goes. Yay! Soul 7. There we go. She's back in the room. Can you hear me, Governor?
I just can't, for some
There
reason,
you go.
toggle to work.
The doggo won't work. All
Why?
right. Let's check out YouTube and see if we are actually live, guys. Let's see.
Can you maybe
Yep.
get it on your end? Because my
Can you hear me,
buttons are
Governor?
not working. Yes, although you sound distant now. Hi, there you are.
Sounds like it's
Oh,
lagging.
what the heck just happened? Why are you here? I don't see myself. Not that I can.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on
Can
it
you not see
just by
yourself?
thinking about it.
There's such a lag going on for some reason.
There we go. We got a few coming in. I'm trying to shut down everything that's not absolutely crucial on my end to run it. Alright, guys, for those of you that are coming back, Daniel had some type of power issue on his end. Don't know if somebody wiped out a power pole or what's happened, but it went down. So Shannon and I jumped over onto our software so we could at least continue to have some type of conversation. Just let me know when you get it back, Aunt Kim. We were keeping the audience entertained over on our software while we're waiting on y'all to get it back up.
Sound distant, like your mic changed on you.
Hang on.
And hi, you
Yep.
guys can actually see my face. I know I look lovely.
That better?
Yes, hi.
I don't know why my mic tries to. When we come in here, it always tries to default back to the laptop mic, which is horrible. I don't know. We said a few words out loud, and bam, we went down. Like
Right.
those no words off of the lexicon and went back down. So we hopped over on our software to fill in the gap while we're waiting on him.
Right. Well, what's crazy to me is that it took them down completely.
Oh yeah, it was like
Electric-wise.
instantaneous. Hey, Diana. Yeah, it completely. We just went and we were all like, "What? What happened? What?" We've learned though, it's happened many times. For some reason, it's like you say a word and it triggers something, and just it cuts us right off. So, for anybody who doesn't think it's not a concerted effort to take us down, out, and make us be quiet, it does. Danny says they're working on it. So, well, I guess you know what? We can have a general opening conversation on our Pluribus show while we're here. Tomorrow night on the Roxy Files at 7:30, Shannon and I will be discussing this new show that is on Apple TV. The whole season is out. I think we're going to try to break it down episode by episode and just have general conversation about it. Would you like? Okay, there is a particular part of this show where she has to call this pre-recorded number to get help. And what did you find out about said number, Shannon?
Well, you want me to just call it so you all can hear?
Absolutely.
Like,
at one point, there is a female Carol in the show who has there's very few people that aren't connected to this virus.
Hi, Carol. Sorry we weren't around for a while. As you know, we needed our space, but we're so happy to be back. If you need anything, please dial 0 and look out for a text from us.
So,
it worked.
I pressed 0, and this is what I got. Let me find the message here. Do 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. Man, there's a lot. Okay. Please know your life is your own, Carol. You have agency. That being said, reply yes to sign up for updates from Apple TV Plus and agree to our terms of use. Then said, you
And
know,
then it gives you a
big
link to click
and
on.
privacy, frequency, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Well, in the beginning of this show, there are scientists that have intercepted or figured out that a signal is coming from and I'm not on camera, so go ahead and make the quotation marks for me, Shannon. Outer space. But they decoded it's a 4-part formula, so these moronic humans decide they're going to put the 4 parts together and end up infecting the world. Therefore, it is an apocalypse show. It is not bloody, gory, none of that zombie apocalypse. This is frequency, hive mind, chemtrail disclosures in front of you. And Shannon was the one that taught me into watching this show. And 6 minutes in, I had to pause it and call Shannon because I'm like, what?
Yep. This show has had me in a whirlwind as well. And what I'd like to bring up again is that it is written and directed by the same guy who had something to do with the newer set of X Files, not like the old school one in the 90s, but when they had a comeback. And he's also the same guy from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul and all of that. But the thing is you don't write for something like the X Files. And I'm sure if any of you guys saw that the last season they had brought back, right? How much disclosure was in that. But you don't have something to do with writing in for that show if you're not in the know somehow. Now, I personally know of someone who was roommates with one of the OG writers of X Files, and he was in like the above top secret stuff in military, and he was in the know. He wasn't, of course, in charge of writing all like the character stuff and the conversation in between. He was the meat and potatoes guy, the guy who wrote like the storylines of the real conspiratorial stuff that you see in the show. And so you don't head up some kind of a project, you don't write for something like that unless you are in the know and you have actual knowledge and information that is of real time. You know what I'm saying? So I just
Yeah.
kind of wanted to say that because
No, Tracy, this is one of the writers from the last version of X Files.
yeah.
Also, he wrote Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. The main female character, Carol, which you just heard the recorded message about, is actually the female that plays Saul's lawyer girlfriend in Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. Danny's trying to get his computer and stuff back up, but she's a fabulous actress. And we've only gone through scene 1. And it's kind of one of those things that I've watched the whole season, and I watched the whole season in like a day and a half. And I was stuck because I was just seeing so many things. And I'm like, they're saying the quiet parts out loud. I've noticed a lot of that lately. Like the girl that we're listening to her music, the Carmageddon, what is her name? Isla Ray, the
Mhm.
Australian girl.
Right.
She said the quiet parts out loud. There are a lot more people saying the quiet parts out loud, and have the ones that have been saying them are labeled as crazy for a long time, but now we're not being labeled as crazy anymore.
Well, it's that whole thing of, they're bound by oath to tell you. And the fact that they are pushing it more, it's like a more obvious agenda and not as hidden and subliminal as it used to be, is because they already feel that they've won. They already got things under control and there's nothing that can be done about it. Of course, they're not taking into the equation us who believe in Jesus. But that being said, the quiet parts being said out loud is for you to give your silent consent, which is why it's really important to understand that.
Oh,
And you
absolutely.
see, here's the thing, like with this show, that's really important to remember. Like, we all grew up and have been just constantly inundated with zombie stuff. You mentioned the zombie stuff, it's not gory like that, right? But
Right.
what is like a common denominator with all these zombie flicks, right? It's like they're all part of a hive mind. They all go in groups, they all have the one agenda, but it's always seemingly so scary and awful, and they're going to come and eat your brains, and you obviously want to get rid of zombies. But in this kind of case, with this hive mind scenario, is it is so important to see how they are making you feel that being a part of the joining, being part of them, is enticing and wonderful, and it feels great, and you just cannot imagine how amazing and wonderful it is, and to be able to know and how to do anything and everything. It's just so wonderful, right?
But there's no individuality. There's no personal choice.
Right,
You give over all agency to a hive mind, and
right.
it's like I don't know. You have
But
to watch the show. There's a lot
right,
to it, and that's why we're going to break it down. Like
but
they have rules.
right, but in this show so far, only 2 out of the entire 13 people who are not able to be part of this joining, right? Only 2 of them are like, heck no, I don't
I'm
want
going to
any
fight
part of
back.
this. Everybody else is like, how do I get in?
Yeah,
You know?
they're just ready to go. They just want to be a part of it.
Right. And that's why this is so this is a really important thing to bring up, because do you think in reality, right, that they're going to come at you with zombies or with these beautiful hive mind, peace, love, unity, all is wonderful kind of thing, right? So just know that this is more like the ways of enticement. This is Satan right here. This is, let me wave the gold carrot in front of your face to make you think that this is what you want to go for, but knowing that you're always going to be chasing that stupid gold carrot. You know what
For the
I'm
rest
saying?
of your life, yeah.
And then, in order to actually maybe get this gold carrot, you have to give up everything, including your soul and your very salvation.
Yes,
So it's
anonymous. All
really important.
movies are disclosure.
Right. So, and it's just really this series, aside from like the amazing disclosure and like nuggets that we're finding and putting together with the puzzle pieces, this is more of an accurate description of how you will be enticed to come to the dark side. But knowing that, like,
Absolutely.
there is no love. They say that there is love. They say it's so wonderful and loving, and oh, we care about you, Carol. We love you. We'll give you anything you want, Carol. But really, there is no love.
And the
It
whole
is
like them gatekeepers in Hollywood. We'll give you anything. Just come be on our team.
right.
Your wish is our command.
That golden carrot
Let me
that
give
you
you the
never
Delilah
attained.
vibe. Your wish is our command. All right, I think Daniel is back up. Uh, all right, I think he
Should
is
we
back up,
switch?
everybody's. Yeah, we're gonna switch. So this feed will go down, but just give it a second and refresh, and you can click right back on the logic before authority because he's got his feet up. All right, here we go. We're going out. We'll see you on the other side.